Let's take you live now to the Manager of Opposition Business, Tony Burke.
Working people know who the National Party are and working people know who One Nation are. All three of them conspired to attack job security and to undercut pay that people were owed. That's what they did today. There are some areas that the government wanted to go down where, because we took a hard line, we did prevent some of the things that the government wanted to do from happening. We stopped the wage cut that they wanted to deliver in the Better Off Overall test. We stopped a situation where people could go with no pay rises for 8 years. We stopped situations where a whole lot of rights there that are there to protect workers and make sure they know what they're voting for were going to be removed in enterprise agreement negotiations, and we made sure that that didn't happen. But let's not pretend that there isn't harm today. Harm in the one area where there was some benefit for workers in terms of wage theft, that got scuttled, not by us, but by the government and One Nation. And everything they said about wage theft and being tough on it and wanting to act on it, we now know isn't true. So we now know if someone behaves the way 7-Eleven did, federal criminal penalties, don't need to be afraid of them. That won't happen. And the only way you'll get that sort of action will be with a change of government. That's a difficult one for me to predict because what you've described with Michaelia Cash, because I'm on the other side, I don't have a direct line of sight to that. What I will say is the chaos of the government switching who was in charge was reflected in the chaos on the floor of the Senate, where policy after policy that the government had said they believed in, they then moved to delete. Yes.
Now you're saying the government did wrong by pulling them up. Which one is it?
Oh, the criticism that I've made, and it's been even that area still created some harm with respect to Queensland and Victoria, and so that's the context where I've always referred to that. I stand by that, and we had amendments to be able to remove that problem. Once that had been removed, it would have been good legislation. The thing that stood in the way of that was the government having a tantrum and saying they'd rather do nothing at all because they weren't getting some of the other toys they wanted to hurt workers. Therefore, they weren't willing to look at criminal penalties. The hypocrisy from the government today is beyond belief. Go back through transcript after transcript. Go back through answering question time after answering question time, from the Prime Minister down to whoever holds the industrial relations portfolio from day to day. And you'll find things that they told you they believed in the past, they voted against today. But the thing that we do know, the pattern that has been consistent, is every time they have ended up voting, it's been to the detriment of workers in Australia. And every time they have voted, it's been to deliver insecurity and cuts in pay.